Ever get that, like, bidding fever at a charity auction, where you're like, this is for a good cause, but I also kind of really want this thing?
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Well, today's deep dive is about one of those auction items, but with a twist you wouldn't believe. We're talking about a guitar, some Taylor Swift pictures, and a viral video that's got everyone talking.
Ooh, okay, lay it on me.
So picture this, the Ellis County Wild Game Dinner in Waxahachie, Texas. Big event, right?
Sounds like it.
Well, they're auctioning off a guitar decorated with pictures of Taylor Swift. Bidding gets heated, ends up selling for a whopping $4,000.
Wow, serious Taylor Swift fans.
Right, but here's the kicker. The guy who won, 67-year-old Gary Estes, he smashes the guitar, like, to bits, on stage.
Yep. Smashed it up right there. Naturally, the internet went crazy. Some folks are saying it was a political statement, especially since Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. Others think maybe the guy just had a moment.
I mean, both are possibilities, I guess.
Totally. Estes himself says it was all a joke. But it's gotten people talking, about how we interpret these kind of things, especially when politics get mixed in.
Yeah, for sure. Like, what one person finds funny, another person might find super offensive.
Exactly. And that's why we're doing this deep dive. We've got all these different accounts of what happened, different perspectives. So we're going to look at what the sources say and try to unpack it all.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Perfect. So one article we found is from Unilad. They quote Estes saying the guitar smashing was meant to be lighthearted, like just adding to the fun of the event.
So he's saying it was all in good fun. Yeah. He's basically saying it was a joke that maybe got out of hand once they were up on stage,
That makes sense, I guess. It's like somewhere a joke doesn't land the way you think it will.
Totally. And this article, it also quotes the auction spokesperson, Craig Meyer. He actually called the whole thing funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Even said people were joking around about Estes not knowing how to play the guitar in the first place.
Uh-huh. So maybe it was all in good fun then. But it also makes you think, right, about how being around other people, especially a big crowd, can make us act differently. Like we might do things we wouldn't normally do if everyone else is laughing along.
Oh, absolutely. Like peer pressure is a real thing,
Yeah.
even for grown adults. And get this, even the auctioneer who was there, he chimed in, called Estes' actions a lighthearted dig at Swift's political stance and the whole idea of celebrities trying to influence politics.
Ooh, that's interesting. Because that opens up a whole other can of worms about celebrities, their fans, and whether they should get involved in politics. Some people think celebrities have a responsibility to speak out, while others think it alienates their fans.
Yeah, it's a tough one for sure.
And then there's the whole concept of parasocial relationships.
Wait, hold on. Parasocial relationships, what's that?
It's basically when someone, usually a fan, feels like they have a real relationship with a celebrity, even though it's totally one-sided.
Okay, I get it. So, like, some people might have taken the guitar smashing super personally because they felt so connected to Taylor Swift.
Exactly. It's like they're defending a close friend, even though they've never actually met the celebrity.
That's wild. And it makes you wonder, like, how much did that factor into people's reactions to this whole thing? But okay, get this. Because this is where the story takes a real turn. Remember how the guitar was supposed to be signed by Taylor Swift?
Yeah. Wasn't that like the whole point?
Right. Well, buckle up, because turns out that might not be the whole story.
Oh, really? How so?
We found another source, and it kind of throws a wrench in things.
Uh-oh, this is where it gets juicy, isn't it? What'd you find?
So, get this. According to someone who's, like, in the know over at Taylor Swift's merch company, that guitar wasn't actually signed by her.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, no kidding. This whole time, we're thinking it's a bona fide Taylor Swift autograph.
And it's not.
Ah.
Wow. That really changes things, doesn't it? I mean, if the guitar wasn't even signed by her, it makes you rethink the whole incident.
Right. Like, suddenly we're not even sure what we're looking at. And hold on, it gets better, or weirder, I guess. This second source, they say the guitar wasn't signed, but it did come with a signed CD insert.
Okay, hold up. A CD insert. So, like, not even the CD itself, just the little paper thingy.
Yep, you got it. Wild.
Right. I.A.'s wild. I mean, on one hand, it's still something signed by her, right? But on the other hand, it's not like he smashed a signed CD. It was the guitar everyone was focused on.
Exactly. Makes you think about how fast these stories get spun up online, Everyone's so quick to jump to conclusions without knowing all the facts. Yeah.
Like we were saying before, about those parasocial relationships, right? People probably saw the headline, "Man Smashes Signed Taylor Swift guitar and instantly formed an opinion without knowing the full story.
Which, in this case, seems to be a lot more complicated than anyone initially thought. And it makes you wonder, would people have reacted the same way if they knew the guitar wasn't actually signed by Taylor Swift? Or would they have seen it as less of a big deal?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It really highlights how important critical thinking is, especially online. We can't just take everything at face value.
Seriously. We all got to be better detectives, you know? Look for those missing pieces, those details that might change the whole picture.
Absolutely. This whole situation is a perfect example of that. We have to be careful about jumping to conclusions and remember that there's always more to the story than meets the eye.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, so we've got a smashed guitar, a mystery signature, and a whole lot of online speculation.
Sounds about right.
But, like, where do we even go from here? It feels like we've only just scratched the surface of this whole thing.
Oh, that's often the case, isn't it? With these kinds of viral stories, I mean.
True, true. It's like we started with this one simple question. Why smash a guitar you just dropped $4,000 on?
Right. But then
it just kept getting weirder.
Yeah.
And now we're thinking about how fast information spreads, how easily we form opinions online, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly. And that's kind of the point of all this, isn't it?
Mhm.
This wasn't just about, like, Taylor Swift or celebrity worship or whatever.
Oh, definitely not.
It's about how we make sense of things in this crazy, hyper-connected world. This whole Taylor Swift guitar thing, it's like a case study.
Totally. Like, how much of what we believe is actually based on, like, solid facts versus just, whatever's trending at the moment.
It's scary when you really think about it.
Seriously. And it feels like everyone's so quick to pick a side,
Yeah.
Team Taylor, Team Guitar Smasher, whatever.
Oh, for sure.
But maybe, like, the real lesson here is that it's okay to not have all the answers,
100%.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes the best we can do is just be aware of our own biases, consume information carefully, and be open to different perspectives.
Yeah, like, don't just hit share on something because it confirms what you already believe,
Exactly. Think for yourself. Question everything.
Yes. Be your own fact checker.
All right. I think we've given everyone a lot to chew on today.
Definitely.
So for everyone listening, next time you see some crazy headline or viral video, remember the smashed guitar. Oh, they won't forget that one anytime soon.
Right. And before you jump to any conclusions, take a second. Think about the source. Think about your own biases. There might be more to the story than meets the eye.
Words to live by.
For real.
Yeah.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Until next time, stay curious, folks.